Snapper Snap podcast. I am your host, Derek. I'm joined by Luke. What's going on, man?
What's up, Derek? Not much, man. Been at the pool all day. It's been one of those Sundays. It's a nice day out here today in the South. How was your weekend?
It's been good. Watched a lot of fights yesterday. Did go. I've been on a diet trying to lose weight, but I did happen to go to our local Japanese restaurant and get some hibachi. I got some chicken, shrimp, and steak hibachi.
Oh,
Double vegetables, no fried rice. And the waitress said I'm the first person to ever do that with her.
well,
That's
yeah,
it
because
sounded weird, but yeah.
well, that is weird because why would you not get fried rice?
Hey, trying to lose weight. So, but you know, those hibachi vegetables are good by themselves anyway.
Ugh,
So
I can't believe you
it
did
was
that.
really good. Then we got some groceries. But today we've actually been watching. Have you heard of the Conjuring universe?
Yeah, like how there's a bunch. Yes, I have.
So I didn't know they had all these movies that kind of tie together. My wife did. She loves the scary movies, so we were watching those. They're really something. I'm a big fan of the movie universes like Marvel, the King Kong MonsterVerse. So when she told me about this one, it's something I had to watch. So I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, no bueno. I think I'm gonna leave the scary shit to other people. That's not what I would like to do on my Sundays, but okay. I did.
I go to church and I watch that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, I drink by the pool, so I can't say much.
That sounds fun. So, being honest.
It wasn't too bad. It was all right. Other than that, been a pretty solid weekend. I think though the highlight of my weekend may be last night. Got to go to a beer fest, and on my way home, I got to catch the end of the Jamal Hill Paul Craig little fiasco. And I'm gonna be honest, it was a good card. Actually, not good. It was a great card. I liked all the fights.
Yeah, I watched every single fight. I saw all of them except for the Carlos Felipe and Jake Collier fight. Other than that, I saw all of them. Really good card. This is kind of the second in a row where Izzy kind of coasted in this one, and then in the Blachowicz fight, he kind of looked off. So it's kind of twice in a row that I've ordered his, and not really disappointed in his performance. Just kind of hoping to see something a little bit more spectacular. But
Yeah,
we can talk about that when we get there.
absolutely. Well, you want to kick it off? How did I see Chase lost? What happened? Did he just look bad? Like, was Peterson better?
I think Peterson was just better. Chase Hooper doesn't have much of a stand-up game. Peterson cracked him several times on the feet. I don't think Chase was ever hurt on the feet, but he definitely cracked him several times. And I think once Peterson realized he could grapple with Chase on the ground, that's when he found his strategy to win. Chase pulled guard a lot because he thought he had the advantage on the ground, which he probably ultimately does in a jiu-jitsu match, but in MMA he didn't have the advantage. So I think that's something Chase is going to learn from. He needs to keep working on his striking. I think he was also out-muscled. Steve Pearson was way stronger than him.
That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, that was our prelim pick.
It was our prelim pick. I got that one right. Correct.
Yeah, I'm looking up and down this, and it's not looking too good for me. Yeesh.
Yeah, I've already got that. Yeah.
Shit.
We'll go over each one of those as we get there. So it's my week to gloat a little bit.
All right. Well, you go ahead and kick us off on this next one.
Well, real quick, did you get to see Terrence McKinney and Matt Frevola?
I didn't.
Frevola?
I did not. That's what I was referring to. In 7 seconds, left cross.
Oh man, all it was the very first 1-2 that Terrence McKinney threw. It was a jab cross. That's all that it was. That dropped Frivola. and then he followed up with ground and pound, and it was over. And unfortunately for Terrence McKinney, he injured his knee while celebrating.
I did see the celebration.
The celebration wasn't even that bad. Like, that's not... People have done much crazier stuff while celebrating. I think that was just kind of unfortunate for him, because he didn't do anything too spectacular on his celebration.
Yeah.
So I hated that for him, but he's apparently got some power in his hands, so he's going to be one to watch.
Absolutely. I mean, if he did that to him, damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, figuratively and literally, all the power to him.
Exactly. The next one, Pani Kianzad and Alexis Davis, that kind of put me to sleep a little bit.
Okay.
Movsar Evloev and Hakeem Dawodu.
Okay.
That was a fun fight. Movsar's your typical Russian.
15-0 now, though.
Yeah. He got a smothering ground game. He was on Dawodu's back a lot. I would have rather him try to get more on top and not necessarily on the back, because Dawadu done a very good job of when Movsar got his back, he made sure he put Movsar on his back also, so he's laying on top of him, so he didn't have much range of motion. All he could really do was throw strikes with no power and look for the rear naked choke.
Okay.
I would rather have seen Movsar in mount or side control where he could do a little bit more damage and try to stop the fight that way, because his submission game or Dawadu's submission defense is really good, but the submission game didn't look great for Evloev.
Ooh, okay.
But it was a dominant win regardless. There was a little bit of that Nate Diaz thing there at the end for Dawadu. He did seem to hurt him on the feet a little bit in the third round.
He just didn't go after him?
He actually went after him. I think Movsar did a really good job of tying him up against the fence and recovering.
Okay. All right. Well, damn. Well, I can't say I'm disappointed. That's 15-0. Let's go Mosvar. Mosvar? Yeah. I'm curious about the next one. Calderwood. What happened? I would have thought she would have beat Lauren Murphy.
Yeah, so first round, not that spectacular. Really could have went either way. Apparently everyone leaned Lauren Murphy. I actually gave it to Calderwood. The judges leaned Lauren Murphy's way. I gave it to Calderwood. It was a very close round. Could have went either way, so not really disputing that.
Okay.
The next one, the next round was all Lauren Murphy. She got Calderwood on the ground, didn't let her up. Calderwood had no answer for it. I thought it was a 10-8 round for Murphy.
Okay.
None of the judges scored at that. I thought it was 10-8. It looked like complete domination. Calderwood had no success in that round. Third round was all Calderwood. So when it ended, I was calling for a 28-28 draw.
Yeah.
Looks like the judges gave the first round to Lauren Murphy, and two of them did. 29-28 Lauren Murphy, and one of them 29-28 for Calderwood, which means they would have gave Lauren Murphy a 10-9 round in that second. I had it 28-28.
Well, Derek, guess what? Too bad you're not a judge.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter, though, because that fight was just to get to determine who Valentina Shevchenko beats the hell out of next. So
That's true.
It ain't like it really matters. I mean, yeah, one of them in their career will say they got to fight for a UFC title, but they're going to get to say they lost to the best women's fighter ever, probably.
I mean, that's fair. Can't disagree with that. I do see next that your boy, Mr. Anders, won. How was that fight?
First two rounds wasn't anything spectacular. I didn't. Based off the way the first one went, did you see the first one where Eric Anders got disqualified? Well, not disqualified. It was a no contest due to an illegal knee through by Anders.
Yeah.
Watching that first fight, I thought it was going to be a little bit more of some fireworks. Now, something I didn't realize until they were doing the introductions is that this fight was actually taking place at light heavyweight, where the previous one was at middleweight. So,
right.
I think Eric Anders is a little better at 185. I think Darren Stewart won. The third round is what made the difference. The first 2 rounds, I think Eric Anders won the first. I'm trying to remember because the first 2 rounds were not memorable at all. It was the third round that Eric Anders dominated that really got him the win. I want to say it ended up 29-27 for Eric Anders. He got a 10-8 on that third, I believe. I'm still trying to confirm that. Internet's been a little slow. But that fight was kind of boring until the third round, in my opinion.
Oh, that's a bummer. That's how some of those light heavyweights go, though.
Okay, yeah. Official scores for that one: 29-28, and then 2 29-27s, all for Anders.
Okay, that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah. So it was a good one. Well, kind of. Honestly, from the next fight up, they were all pretty good.
Yeah, so tell me about Drew Dober getting, I guess, got his ass beat against Riddle, or was it a close match?
I wouldn't say. It was very competitive, actually, except for that third round. I think it was tied up, in my opinion, going into the third. I thought Dober looked really good early. He got a heck of a chin. Riddle is a champion kickboxer. And Drew Dober loves to stand and bang, so this was one of those fights that if you want to see people beating the crap out of each other, this was the one.
Okay.
It was actually very good. I do think Brad Riddle, he pulled away in the third. That was definitely his round. First round was all Dober. Second round was Riddle, and the third was definitely all Riddle. It was 29-28 across the board for Brad Riddle. It was pretty much obvious. Each round was obvious, third being the most obvious. But it was a great fight. Hard punches landed. Each of them got hurt multiple times. Nobody really went down.
But they definitely got touched.
Both of them were wobbled each at one point. Nobody got knocked down, but they were each, on those funky legs at some point.
Right. Okay.
So definitely one. If you ever want to go back and watch it, that's a very good fight. Pretty much all. There's a little bit of grappling involved, but more. I would say probably 12 minutes of stand up.
Okay. Fair. Well, I'm sad I missed that one. That sounded like it was a little brawl of a match.
Yeah, they got fight of the night.
That would make sense. Absolutely makes sense. What doesn't make sense comes from the next fight. And what doesn't make sense is how Jamal Hill's arm is intact. Can you explain that one to me?
This was a horrible fight. Not for Paul Craig, and honestly, not that horrible for Jamal Hill. He should have known not to get on the ground with Paul Craig. You said you came in at the end of it. What did you see? That's what I really need to know.
I literally came in as when I mean the end of it, fight over.
Man, it was disgusting. That ref should never be allowed to ref again.
Was it I came in him raising his hand over, him getting
so
Paul.
You probably saw Jamal Hill holding his arm.
Yes. I wasn't. I'll be honest. I wasn't. I was trying to get it up on the screen, so I wasn't paying much of attention.
Man, it was ugly. Pretty much no strikes were really thrown on the feet that really mattered. As soon as they tied up, Paul Craig pretty much jumped guard, and Jamal Hill made the mistake of standing up and keeping both of his arms extended as he stood up, kind of like he was trying to touch his toes, I guess you could say.
Right.
And that's just prime position for an armbar. And Paul Craig is a jiu-jitsu wizard, man. He took that arm home with him. How it was not broken and only dislocated, I have no clue. Paul Craig felt it, what he thought was break, dislocate, and he switched to a triangle because he didn't want to cause further damage to the arm, which is the GIF I sent you on Twitter.
Yeah.